What's up, you guys? My name is JK and I'm not just kidding. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I know. Yeah, score me later. But I'm here to talk about something very important. I'm clearly a young black female. I'm 20 years old now. I know it's been 12 almost 13 years since I've been started YouTube. But anyway, that's not the point. I just wanted to say I don't see it enough. I'm pretty sure there are women out there. Actually, I've seen videos where they do talk about it, but it's not talked about enough. And I feel like my voice is necessary or needed to touch on this topic. So today we're going to be talking about PCOS. If you're here on this video, then you probably already know what it is. But if you don't, PCOS stands for Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. It is a medical condition in women. There are many things that can qualify you for PCOS. It is highly misdiagnosed also, so depending on who your doctor is and who diagnosed it, you may or may not actually have it, but for the most part, there are a few things. So the number one thing, well, I'm going to tell you what are most of the factors that I know would qualify you, and I believe you have to have at least 3 of these in order to be considered or actually be diagnosed with PCOS. The first one that I noticed is, or that I remember offhand, is insulin resistance. So with insulin resistance, that's pretty much like type 2 diabetes. Your body, holds on to excess sugars and insulin. You most likely will have high blood sugar or sugar levels. There's also acne. There is oily skin, weight gain or the inability to lose weight, infertility or difficulty getting pregnant, facial hair, excessive facial or body hair, also hair loss in the head, like in your around your hair. Let's see what else we have. High testosterone levels, high androgen levels. We have, I wrote these down just so I didn't forget. Irregular periods or non-existing period, and uterine fibroids or like cysts on your ovaries. So those are some of the most common. I'll tell you my 3 that qualify me. So insulin resistance, I'm technically a type 2 diabetic. Definitely inability to lose weight like easily or weight gain. Oh, depression is also another one. I do have depression, but I feel like that's from other things. It's not just PCOS. Fibroids, I have fibroids, so that's actually 4. And that's really it, like off rip, because I don't struggle too much with facial hair. Like, I do get a bit of a mustache sometimes. It's not anything that I have to like constantly wax or whatever. I do pluck my chin sometimes, so that might be like borderline. Oh, I have high testosterone. Oh my god, I've probably been saying testosterone this whole time. I meant testosterone. If I said that wrong, that's what I meant. Sorry. And I do have oily skin as well. I don't suffer from acne for the most part, but skin is definitely oily around like my nose and sometimes my forehead. So those are pretty much mine. I have a normal period for the most part. It comes the same time every month according to my tracker. Stays on for the same amount of time. I do have a heavy period. I do clot a lot, so that's one thing. I think that's something else. In this video I'm not gonna talk about endometriosis, but they are very like somewhat hand in hand. Not quite, but a lot of the same symptoms when it comes to your menstrual cycle or your period are very similar. So let's get into it, guys. So as someone with PCOS, I can tell you the way it's affected my life is really it affects me every day. According to the symptoms, there's some way, even if I'm not on my period or whatever, I struggle from certain things, again, like especially the insulin resistance. So with that being said, I'm going to make this video super short because I don't know enough to like go too into detail, and I don't want to keep y'all here and bore you. But I feel like these are the important things that you need to know, just the basics. And I'm going to give my recommendations for what's helped me with my specific symptoms. Again, I am not a medical professional. Please consult a physician, or even if if you don't go to a regular doctor, just don't just start doing stuff and wasting money on products and things because you don't know if they're going to work. Like, it's better if you get a doctor that actually, is listening to you, not just because they have a doctor or whatever in front of their name, or LPN or nurse practitioner. Those people, sometimes they don't care, and not even they don't care, they don't know enough for your specific situation, and they're just diagnosing you based on what the masses or the majority of their patients see results from. So don't just go buying things. I learned the hard way, still learning, kind of sort of, because I'm that type of person. But basically what I was going to say, so The insulin resistance is my number one type 2 diabetes. To get into the insulin resistance, what I used to treat that, or what my doctor prescribed me. So a lot of people use this. It's very controversial. A lot of people use it for weight loss. I'm talking about Ozempic. Ozempic, I can show you here. Yeah, Ozempic. Yep, I'm not gonna get to it. Good. Okay, yep. So also known as semaglutide. It is an injection that I take weekly. Super painless. I'm right now on 0.5. I think the starting dosage or the trial dosage is 0.25, but it comes with these little needles. This is a new one. I don't know why I'm opening this, but you take the needle, and I may make a video on how I actually do mine, because a lot of people don't know how to inject Ozempic, or you just need instruction. But this is all the insulin here. You screw your needle on, you make sure you sanitize the area. You can stick it in your belly fat, you can do your thigh, you can do your arm. I alternate between the left and right abdomen area. It's really just my belly fat, because abs where. I do my thigh when I'm just like, it depends, but I have done my thigh before. But yep, this is Ozempic, so I use this once a week. I used to take metformin. I have a shitload of metformin extended release in the pantry, but I just don't. I feel like I don't need it as much, because I do monitor my this is one thing. So you do need to monitor your blood sugar levels. I know, if you're a PCOS girly, you know how this is. It's like sometimes you just don't want to see the number. You did wrong. You did just a little dirty. You had a little too much rice. You had a little bit too many potatoes. You might have had some, soda. Sugar full of soda. Sugar. You did get so dirty. You may not want to check your levels, but it's important that you do, because if your sugar levels get too high, you could literally die. Like, you could just die. Like, it's not, and when I say die, we're all gonna die anyway. Yeah, I get it. Dark, whatever. But you could literally just, like, boom, out of nowhere, you could feel fine, but your body's like, nah, bitch, we gotta go. It's time to check out. And your family's here like, dang, nobody knew. Just check your levels. And if you have the means to medicate, if you do have your metformin or whatever you have, or just pay attention to your body. Like, if you want to be here, if you're here for a long time and not a good time, please monitor these things, because but for the most part, you can get I didn't even show y'all mine. I have two. I have one from my job that I got for free, and then I have this one that I bought myself, Rely On. So you just like take, this the needle, put it in your thing, prick your finger. Whether you prick it yourself or you have a punch one, take your strip, drip the blood, stick it in the beep. It'll tell you your numbers. Then you'll know what's going on with your body. Okay. So get yourself, if insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes is one of your qualifying factors, and your doctors will tell you this, because that's the only way you really know for the most part. Make sure you have something to monitor your levels, your sugar levels, and they'll tell you when it's best to do that. I don't do it as much as I should, but when I'm feeling like I know something's wrong, I make sure to check it, because I'm like, okay, you need to chill out. I do my best to cut out carbs for the most part. Any juice or soda or anything that's not water that I drink, I make sure it's sugar free. So like even this is sugar free Sprite and vodka. But guess what? Neither of them have calories. So cheers. Yeah, don't try this at home, kids. But anyway, there's that. Insulin resistance. Okay, so my next biggest one is the high why do I keep saying testosterone? Testosterone levels. I have extremely high testosterone levels. I don't know if it's just because I be wearing square all the time. And I'm just playing. I have a very masculine energy, so I'm like, I tried to talk to my doctor about that. Like, is it because I'm masculine? We still don't know exactly where they come from. However, I'm managing those levels. If you know, you know. We've got our spearmint tea and we've got our peppermint tea. These are my two favorite brands. I don't drink the spearmint tea as much as so the peppermint tea is literally almost gone. And I feel like I've been holding on to these last two packs like, oh, I don't want to drink it. But the spearmint tea, and these are like these type of tablets. So you just drop them in. They don't have a string, but it's no big deal. But yes, y'all, and you don't have to get these specific brands. I did get this from Amazon. And I got this from like Walmart or something. Like you can find the traditional this brand, traditional medicinals everywhere. Like for Piggly Wiggly, Walmart, Publix, wherever. But these two will help lower your testosterone levels, and that entail helps lower stuff like the excessive facial hair if you do struggle with that. And it's a very slow thing, so it's not gonna be like this instant. Unless you're like super consistent, you might see better results. Because I can't speak for somebody that's consistent, because I'm not consistent with these specifically, like the teas. This is like I pick it up and drop it off every so often. So, but I do know that it works as far as actually getting your levels tested, because every time it's time for me to go, I start to drink that real heavy, and it decreases every time, barely, but it does it. Because now if I was consistent, it'd probably be a dramatic drop in my numbers, but I'm not consistent with it. So I know it works for me in a way based on how I'm doing it, if that makes sense. But highly recommend if you struggle from the high testosterone, that, and also for high testosterone, zinc, raw zinc. I'm almost out of these too. So these I got from Walmart as well. I mean, not Walmart, Amazon. Vitamin code, I don't know if you see that. Yes, these they really don't taste like anything. Like, these are very easy to just like with your everyday, if you take vitamins or pills or whatever, just pop a couple and you are good to go. I usually take them at night. These are almost gone too, so yeah. And one thing I can say, this is a side note, if you're going to be ordering supplements from Amazon, go ahead and subscribe. Like, if you're going to actually take them, subscribe to get like the recurring, because you're going to save money. Because if you have to go back and do it every month, you're wasting, I won't say wasting, but you could save like a good, depending on how long you're going to be taking these supplements, you could save a pretty decent amount if you care about that stuff. But just go ahead and subscribe and save. And if you know, you know. If you're an Amazon girly, you know, subscribe and save. You know what that's about. So next, I would say the fibroids. So the fibroids is the biggest, one of the biggest things, or cyst fibroids. Now, you have to get a transvaginal ultrasound for the most part to know that you have these. That's when you go for your PEP or whatever. And let's say one of the first indications is heavy periods with clotting. That was my very early age. I've, for the most part, always had heavy, like painful, semi-painful periods. Again, they've always been regular as far as timing. So comes around the same time every month. It's changed. Like, sometimes something shifts. Like, I don't know what occurs when it shifts, like the date. But for the most part, it's, you know, for a couple years at a time, my period comes on at the same time of the month each month. It stays on about 4 or 5 days. I have like a in-between day where I don't really bleed, and then I don't bleed till the end of the day, you know, whatever. But they're pretty regular as far as consistent in the time frame and the length of my cycle, right? But they are usually very heavy. So day one is, you know, day one, everybody knows, like a light, like, oh, we're here. Day two is like all right, you know. And day three is like a, whoa, you know, you feel the heavy, like your uterus feels like it's like 600 pounds. You know, oh my God, you can't sneeze, you can't laugh, you can't cough. You know, you have to sleep with your legs crossed, all that types of stuff. So again, I clot pretty heavily. That was my first sign that, okay, something might be going on here. And that's when it was like 2018 when I had my first transvaginal ultrasound, and we saw 2 little tiny cysts on my left ovary, I think. I don't remember, y'all. I really don't remember which one it was, but there were 2. I mean, like, I forget the even size. The doctor literally told me there was no concern. And I'm like, okay, you know, cool, whatever. And we can get more into that later, but it was actually something that probably should have started to be treated then, because at that point, PCOS, I didn't even know what that was. It was not mentioned to me. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm just like, okay, you know, they made me feel like, okay, this is normal, you know, whatever. You know, you need to take some iron for, you know, losing so much. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, that's another thing, iron supplements. If you have a heavy period, I didn't grab the iron supplements, but you need to be taking iron, and they'll let you know if you're iron deficient. If you're cold all the time and you don't even get, I don't get cold for the most part, but when I start to feel cold, I know something's wrong, because I love the cold. Like, I like to be cold. I cannot stand being hot, like whatever. And even if I have it in here on like 68 degrees and I'm cold, my iron's low. I know that for a fact. But back to the subject, cysts. If you have cysts, so I have a few different things I recommend for that. So number 1 is Yoni steaming. This is new to me, and when I say new, within the past 2 years, no, a year. I'm gonna give it a year. I didn't start steaming until about a year ago, and when I tell y'all, it makes a difference. We can make a whole nother video about that. You definitely need to do your research on steaming, because there are so many factors involved in that. But steaming, yes, come on now, hallelujah, amen. And there are other benefits for steaming, but definitely cysts or fibroids is one of them. Also, this is kind of a shameless promo. We're not even shameless. It's not me, but if you've ever heard of Crystal, Alkaline Doula, you may have seen or heard of her, but she makes teas. So these are 2 of the teas that I have purchased from her. You can tell which one I use more. Actually, no. Okay, so this Fibroid Fighter, I have 2 of these. This is the full one. Or no, I gave my best friend Ray one. Pretty sure. I don't know if she's used it yet. Ray, if you're watching this, let me know. I doubt she's used it because we haven't talked about it, but it's been like a month. But this one says Baby Bloom Plus. So this isn't all. So the main thing with this one is people that struggle with infertility, which is also a symptom of PCOS. However, what it does, it basically cleans your uterus, if that makes sense. So even if you're not trying to have a baby, even if that's not the thing, this will also do pretty much what this does, but there are multiple other factors, and you got to go to her website to and I'll link everything in the description to know exactly what the benefits are of these. But y'all, even you don't have to just drink these. You can steam with these. You can steam with her teas. And when I say steam, I'm talking about the Yoni steam. That's what I do with this one for the most part. I've drank some too, and I have another one of these as well. But this one, the Fibroid Fighter, I haven't steamed with this yet. Actually, no, I think I did the one that I gave Ray. I mixed them, and you can mix the teas. She has many other teas. I have like her Divine Iron. That's good. Blood Purifier. Y'all check her out. Check out Crystal. Amazing. But I recommend these for the fibroids and like the cysts and stuff. So I kind of ran out of things that I wanted to touch on. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments. If it's something that I can answer, I will. But I want to circle back and let y'all know I am not a medical professional. This is strictly based on my personal experience. I wanted to make this video for so long, but you know how it is when you talk about your own health conditions. And if you've made it this far in this video, I probably should have said this in the beginning, but it's more important to me to spread my knowledge and and spread awareness and let other young Black women know they're not alone than to be shy or embarrassed about my conditions, because I'm doing what I can to keep myself healthy, because even outside of the PCOS, I'm pretty, I'm doing my thing. But no, it's a struggle. And I, again, even with the depression, especially for my infertility girlies, people that are actively trying to get pregnant, we can get into that too. I'm not right now actively trying to get pregnant, but I peeped a long time ago, it's not going to be easy to get pregnant, let me say that. Which is good for me, because I struggle with this whole thing of, do I want kids, do I not want kids? And I know myself, when you bust it wide open, sometimes you ain't got no choice, and it just, let me stop, y'all. Oh my God, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. But it's like thank God, this is if that's what stopped it, thank you. I just want to let you know, to my PCOS girlies, you are not alone. We can talk about these in an open discussion. I want to do more into this, or get more into this, because there's so many more things that could stem off of it. I would like to get into the misdiagnosis of PCOS, again, the endometriosis thing, more symptoms that people don't have on this list that may qualify them, or people saying getting diagnosed with PCOS and they really don't have it, and it's you just need to lose weight and eat better. And I know people said that lose weight and eat better, everything will be cured. You'd be surprised what losing some weight would do. But anyway, like Ozempic, for example, this is supposed to be for insulin resistance, which it does help that. It does help my sugar levels go down, but it doesn't suppress my appetite. But people actually get this just to lose weight. So I don't know, I want to talk about things like that, because when people hear Ozempic, they're like, oh, it's no, we're actually taking, it's just type 1 diabetics need their insulin to do what they do. It's this is how that works for me. I don't know nothing about all that other shit. Yeah, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. This video was probably all over the place. It's my first time back in a long time. It was good to see you. It was really good to see you guys. This is on my new camera. This is the Sony VZ-E10. Tell me how you like the quality, because this is the first one. This is the test. I got my little setup here. Yeah, tap in. Tell me what you guys want to see. I'm gonna go edit this now because I'm super excited. I don't know when I'm gonna put it out, but leave all of your comments, questions, concerns. And if you are a medical professional, or you also struggle from PCOS or with PCOS, please leave comments. We need valid perspectives, because I could have said something completely wrong in this video. Again, I'm sharing my personal experience and my recommendations, etc. If you have like facts, proven facts, you know, please don't come in my comments spreading false information. Again, I'm already disclaiming that I may, you know, not have the best or the most factual info. Don't add to that because it's just gonna make it worse. Only comment if you have like some personal experience. Like if you're just sharing your experience, that's one thing. But if you're telling everybody, hey, go buy this product, you know, like even the way I was advertising Crystal's teas, I'm not telling you to go buy this. I'm saying go to her website, look it up. If it interests you, then, you know, cool. Or, you know, check out reviews and stuff, great. But I'm not encouraging you to buy or do any of this. I'm telling you what works for me. And if you feel, you know, like it's suitable, yes, I definitely encourage it then. But I'm not like forcing you or like saying you have to do it this way and blah, blah, blah. Because I see that often too. Like, y'all need to chill. But yeah, guys, thank you again for coming back. Back like you never left. I love you guys so much. And I'm going to be back for another video pretty soon. Out. No, that was so lame.